Hi, and I'm home. Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Leo, and today I'm going to show you how to do fine art pictures like this with basic equipment. Yes, basic equipment. You too can do these pictures. I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll be doing the same. Come on, let's go. As you can see, I decided to bring the flowers in. Here in the UK at the moment, the rain is absolutely lashing it down. I like to do all my pictures outside because it's more natural. Today, I've had to use artificial light all the way around me to try and light the pictures up. So my settings may be a little bit different, but it's the same theory, what I'm doing, as what I do outside, should I say. It just means that the ISO might be a little bit higher because of being inside, but we can angle that. But this is virtually how my flowers are outside. All my flowers I buy them in pots. So I can virtually, when the winter comes, I can take them out, I can put them in my greenhouse, look after them through the winter, and then put them back out. So they come back every year. A lot of these flowers are mainly for pollinators and want to make the garden look nice, but mainly pollinators. And I can put these anywhere around my garden, and the bigger they grow, I can split some of the plants and make more out of them. Or I can just move them into the sunlight when they want sunlight, move them in the shade if it's a bit too hard. That way then, it's the best of both worlds. I can get to play with my pictures, and the bugs and bees and and rest of the insects get to have the pollen. So it's a win-win situation. I do know the names of these flowers, but pronouncing them, to believe me, is absolutely, do you know what I mean, a nightmare. But like I said, this is how they would be outside, and this is how I take my shots. There ain't really a lot of difference with it. Today I'm going to be using my 750D and my kit lens. Well, it's an 18 to 55mm kit lens. Don't really need nothing more because I ain't actually trying to get too close to the plants. I'm actually backing away from the plants, meaning I've got more to play with. I've also got my macro lens, my 100mm macro lens. This is okay for the smaller flowers and when I want to just sort of get a little bit more detail out of it. But all my pictures, they've got an artistic style, should I say. The way you edit your pictures is absolutely down to you. What the colours you see here, I might change the colours a little bit in post using curves or something similar. But 9 times out of 10, I like to get my pictures right the first go. That way then, I ain't got to mess about editing because I don't like editing. I usually go into my presets, look at my presets, click on the preset, lighten it up a bit, darken it up a bit, and take a few dust spots out or whatever, and that is it. I hate editing, and people keep saying I love my editing style. I don't know why. Just presets I've done over the years, and I'm just sort of drop them on. If it works, it works. What I love about garden photography is, and in flowers, I can bring them in like I said once before, but it's a lot stiller. So meaning that here, like now, the wind isn't going to be blowing it around. There's only one thing missing, and that is the bugs and the insects and the bees. But for a fine art classical shot, this is the best way. And all I do is I just get my flowers virtually and place them where I want them into a nice position. All my backgrounds are these flowers. There ain't nothing else. That's it. Okay, outside there's a lot more greener, so you can see a lot more, you know, light greens and yellows, because what I do is I mix and match the colours. Being in pots, I can move them about, and I can put one plant there and one plant over here, and it really helps. All these plants now, to be fair, a lot of them are dying off now, and there's a lot more coming through in the garden. But it's all about, I usually put them in the garden, like I say, mainly for a bit of colour for myself, take pictures of. The insects love it as well, and we need to look after the insects, but mainly, you know, they should be outside really. So after I've done this, I'm going straight back outside because, like I say, it's raining. The plants will benefit from the natural water instead of having all this, you know, dryness in here, and it's quite warm in here. So I'm hoping to get them back out. So like I said, I'm using my trusty 750D 18 to 55mm kit lens. Settings because I'm inside, I can slow my shutter right down, which is going to help with the ISO. So I've slowed my shutter speed down to 1/80th of a second. Now when it comes to aperture, I try to open it up as much as I can, because the thing is with aperture, the closer you get to your subject, the closer you get, meaning it's going to be more blurry. The background's going to be more blurry, should I say. As you come back, like I'm going to be doing, you know, the background's going to be a lot more in focus. And that's what a lot of people, so, you know, you've got to play around with your apertures. I can't really, you know, help you with apertures. All I say is try and keep it as low as you can. My ISO for this one's 400. If I'm outside, I like to try and work around, well, 100 to 800, should I say. I don't really care because it's a like dreamy effect. I want the pictures just underexposed, not overexposed. There's a reason I want this, because my presets seem to work with them just underexposed a lot better. I can always lighten the shadows slightly back up, and this is the way I've always done it, and this is the way I'd like to do my pictures. I am going to do a video a bit more when the weather comes nice, where I can get outside, about camera settings and how to go about it in depth more, because you can use a flash and diffuser, and that also helps us out. But as you can see, today I've got lots of lighting around me, my studio lighting, this one over the top, just to stop the shadows in the flowers a little bit more. I can move this round to wherever I want. Just means that, you know, it's there for when I need it. So it basically, the matter of now is just working the composition, in just finding what picture actually suits you and what you want. And then once you find it, then just going to rock in and out, and we're going to take the picture. It's simple. It's a simple little trick that I've used for a long time, and it's same with all my macro shots. If you see my pictures, my bugs on leaves and anything else, this one here is of an overfly, and what the overfly is, and sorry, this what this overfly is sitting on a privet, and it just sort of holds it just nice. And I like the lights and the colours, because in the minute the privet's yellow, so it's sorted. So all we've got to do is, we've got a nice blue background here, which you can see against these. Now these plants are just starting to die off, but I want them, once they're died off, I'm going to cut these after this along and actually hang them to dry, because there's a shot I want to try and I think it'll work out nice shot. But all it means is we're going to move the flowers round to where we want, so we get a nice composition. So we want some pink in there, we want some green in there, don't want some orange. So what it is like I says, it's just a case of moving them around and balancing the flowers to where you want them. So that is going to be roughly my first picture. I'm just going to move this bucket out of the way. All I say is I'll put everything on buckets and just balance it all around. It seems to work. But I love these pinks in the back. I'm going to try and bring them a bit round more without breaking them. So I'm just going to turn it round a little bit more. There we go. I've just brought one off. Right, we'll just put that in there a bit like that. So what I want now is I want the flower, I want this main flower to be in the marula thirds, along maybe with the orange. So that's virtually my picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line it all up now and see how it feels. You know, it's tried and error with this sort of photography, that's all I can say. I have got it on manual focus, and that one seems to work out quite nice, but the lights on the top's hard. It's really working it hard, so I'm going to have to just move it around just a little bit because it's just too much shadows on it. Absolutely love these Vanguard tripods. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Like I say, it holds that light perfect. Because the light was there, it was too harsh. So what I want to do is I want to light the front up, but I don't really want to light the back up because I want the back to be dark, like I said. I could up my shutter speed. If I up my shutter speed, then I'm going to get a darker picture, but I don't really want that. Try again. I'm going to center this picture. This is actually dead in the center, and I want the flower to be in the center and work out. And that ain't too bad straight away, like I said. But all the matter is then, really, is like I've just said, you're just moving your flowers round to suit. And just finding a nice composition that you like. And up that should speed a little bit more to 100 because it's still a bit light. It's this light over here. I'm going to push that light out a bit more. Not too bad. Not too bad. Working with flowers can be either easy or hard. The reason I brought them in today is because usually, you know me, I like to spray my flowers and use water drops. But trouble is it leaves hot spots everywhere. Little white marks all over your picture. So that's why I brought them in, to let them keep them dry, because I don't want that. I want it to be more natural. I like it to be more artistic, should I say. I like to be smooth, flowing pictures. Not everything's going to be in focus. I don't want everything in focus. What it is meaning that it's dreamy looking and pulling it in, and I just want the colours there. Let me try and work another one out. I ain't having that there. I'm going to get rid of the pink ones for a bit. What I want to do is try and concentrate on this one now, the orange ones. These are probably my favourite ones. Like I says, the ones at the top are a bit dying off a bit more, but I've been using them pictures. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them round. I'm going to turn it round and I'm going to try and add more colour into it, into the background. So that flower, like I says, is dying off, and I think it just dropped off, should I say, not dying off. So now I'm going to try and add some of these ones, just the back of it. As you can see, I'm just putting the flowers where I want. And yet again, I'm going to go for a rule of third shot. Keep it in, manual focus. And that looks absolutely stunning. I love how that countrified feeling in my pictures just seems to work. I'm just going to pull that round a little bit more. I'm actually going to get rid of this a bit. Like that. Because I got my picture as it is there framed up, as you can see. But I just want to see what I can do, get some more in with it. Let me know what you think of that one. I will be putting a lot of these images up. What you're going to see is you're going to probably see some that I'm edited, some that ain't edited. As I've done the video, I've been looking at the pictures and working them out, and I've decided all my pictures are done. Earlier was outside, so I've had to come inside and take some more pictures. So I don't know where they're going to work. So you know as good as well as me. I'm just going to try now and use the oranges as a background for this one. Don't know if it'll work, but we can have a go. Just pulling it round now, as you can see. No, it don't work. Simple as. Don't like it. Even if I can't drop the aperture down no more. I could now use, to be fair, the 100mm lens and push in and go up to drop it right the way down and open it up, but I don't know, something I don't like about that one. I've just taken a shot then from the behind, from the side, sort of works well. Now what I'm going to do is quickly take a picture of the art of this one. I've gone a bit closer. It's a bit dark, so I'm going to have to drop it down a bit. I've gone from right, I'm going to drop that down to 180 for the power. And that's worked out right. Nice with the blue green on the backgrounds. Really feels comfortable, smooth. Do like that one. just going to try this one, but what I'm going to do with this one is now I'm going to hand hold it a bit. I don't know if it'll work. I don't want my fingers in it. Ooh. I'm going to pull that light over a little bit more because I wanted to actually light that flower up. That one's quite nice as well, just some detail in the back. But all you got to do is keep working, like I say, your composition, and it'll come round to whatever you like. Just bring the flowers in, move them, manipulate the flowers, really play them, getting stuck, get into them. They're not going to hurt, like I say. It's the ideal thing. The blues, the back of there, that gives me my background. My background is nature. Nature's the background. The leaves on these are green. When the light's on them outside in the summer, in the sunlight, it's totally different. Really, you know, I could do with putting some more light back of them and, you know, pushing more, but I don't really want to dry them out. So I've literally brought them inside just to do this video before I put them back outside. But you can see the way I take my pictures. This here, lovely big, no flowers on this, but it gives me a lovely green background. It works well. It works absolutely fantastic with these pictures. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to have another little play, and wherever I will play, I'll drop some pictures up for you. I hope you've enjoyed those few pictures. I really have enjoyed doing this one. Yes, I know it's been long, but I am going to do other videos, a bit more in-depth detail of settings, so you can see more. Or like I said, I was hoping to do this video outside, but with the weather being so crap as it has been, should I say, I can't. And because everybody's been asking about where have I been, how have I been, what's been happening, Mrs H has been really poorly. She's been in hospital, in and out of hospital, so I couldn't really do a lot. She started off, she had COVID. The COVID then went to pneumonia. From pneumonia she had pleurisy. From pleurisy she had blood clots on her lungs. She's just getting back to amends, but like, you know, family comes first, and that's all I can do. My family means the world more than YouTube and, you know, my photography. So Mrs H has done a lot for me. I'd like to say a big thank you to Mrs H for letting me bring all those flowers in here today. Usually lets me bring 1 or 2 pots in, but setting it all up in here was a bit of a... She didn't scream, and I did put it all away at the end, so she's quite happy with that. I haven't forgot about all your pictures you sent me. Thank you ever so much, and I will use them in the video. This video is a bit of a run and gun video, so I didn't really have a lot of time to take it all or edit my videos the way I normally do and do a big intro and outro. I have got some good news. Well, should I tell you? Shouldn't tell you? I have got a new lens, and I will be doing a review on it. And trust me when I say this macro lens is absolutely the best macro lens I have used up to date. And I'm going to tell you now, it is going to take 2022 by storm with this power of this lens. Trust me. So you get ready for this one. I've had a bit of time to play with it in and out times. I'm even going to use another camera, I'm going to go to Nikon and try it, because it's alright me using my old cameras, but I know how to use them perfect, and I just wanted to try something a little bit more different, because I've always says a camera's a camera. So I've chose, my good friend Andy's going to let me use his Nikon Z6, but all I can say is I have been using it and I absolutely love Nikon. I ain't never going to say another bad word about Nikon, because fair play, I really do like it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for getting to the end of it. If you want to know any more, ask me any more questions, feel free to jump in. I am doing club talks at the moment and a few workshops out and about and round and about the area, so I'm trying to fit those all in, as well as look after Mrs H, my day job and everything else. If you have got any clubs and you want to do a Zoom talk, or even visit a club, let me know please, and I'll try and get my dates in as quick as you can, because my dates I'm absolutely filling up like they did a couple of years back before COVID, but now it's all back to square one. But like I says, thank you all for your great comments. I am well, and Mrs H is getting well. Thank you ever so much. And until next time, stay safe and happy snapping.